Water. Let's talk a little.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Ace Academy's podcast, The Way of Life, Enduring Your Way of Life, man. Because one thing about Ace Academy, man, we want to get out of our traditions and live in our truth, man, so we can change the social entrepreneurship, man, and the social economics of our community, man. That's one of the big things, man. And one of the major things is, man, we got to own our soft skills, man. That's our ability to handle our crisis, communicate, and more than, man, collective economics, man. Learn how to be on a team and play our role, man. And when we left off, man, we was talking about the 3 masks with Jordan because he felt uncomfortable. So, man, like, what is some of the biggest, like, first of all, man, what do you, when you wake up every day and you get dressed, man, and you go in your closet and you put your clothes on, man, like, your life is waiting on you.
Right.
Whatever life you want is waiting on you, man. And every day you go in there, like, it's like, you go look in your closet, man, you get to pick your life. So when you pick that outfit, you get to design who you want to be for the day. So what is that mask that you, when you pull out, it's like your hat, it's like a part of your wardrobe.
Right.
What is that thing that you want everybody to see, man? And I'm gonna help you break it down.
Okay. Well, I can't, like, it seems so, like, small and minute, but, like, if my room ain't clean and organized, if my car ain't clean and organized, like, it's gonna be a bad day.
Okay,
like,
so you want people to see that you are,
at the least, organizing on time.
so you want people to see that you organize it on time. That's your public mask. That's what
Right.
you want people to see, that you organize on time.
Right. Behind the scenes, it probably ain't like that a lot of the time.
Okay, so what is it like? So when you with your family, what is that private life is like? What is it that in your private life, what is that mask like? What do you want them to see, and what do you don't want them to see?
I just, for sure, I definitely want them to see that, like, I'm doing everything I'm doing for a purpose. Like, I'm not just, like, having fun or, like no.
That's
like,
what you want them to see.
Yeah.
But
What am I hiding from them?
yes.
Maybe that, like I said, well, I want to have a wife and kids. Like, I want to be able to be that man that's, like, just, like, ready to lead the family, like, right now.
Yeah.
But, like, for sure, like, I'm not. Like I'm not. Like, that's where I realized, like, when I lost my dad, I was like, damn, like, he probably laughing because I was giving him shit about the job he was doing as a father, and now I'm having to figure out, like, I know he laughing. You know what I'm saying? But like, how many people can even look at this situation like that and be like, oh, he laughing, and not be mournful for the fact that my dad is gone?
Yeah, but see, because the thing is, bro, like, this way you have to get an understanding and become one with yourself with the mask. Like, you got to make all the masks come to one. And because you want the public to see that, like, yo, that's what I mean by your truth. What is your truth?
Yeah.
Like, you got to make sure your values and your principles match up no matter what you're doing.
Right.
So if that's what you want the public to see, like, you can't be a public success in a private failure.
Right.
So if you want a family, if you want this to be a family, if you want to have a wife and kids, then no matter what you're doing, those values got to always stay on the front end.
Right.
Because at one time in my life, the things that, you know, because that public mask, people thought that's what I value.
Okay.
They thought that's what I value. So the secret life, the secret life, the things was under the third mask is what I truly value. But the things that I truly value became valueless because everybody viewed me the way that I put out, and they made that more valuable. So in order for me to get to this space in the foundation of ACE, what I had to do was use the first letter A, accountability for my actions. Take account of the positives of my action. And what that did, it made the things that I value become more valuable, and the things that I didn't value become valueless. And so when we take account, then we can be fully committed to that inner peace, that inner standing, that inner self.
Okay.
No matter what goes on.
Yeah. I'm listening.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's where the transition starts. And so then you go into the other letter, which is E, in which you can start educating yourself on your wants and dislikes and the things that you truly desire, and educate yourself on how to treat yourself and how to, because I had to marry myself. Like, yo, I had to cut everything down, bro, and marry myself and give vows to myself and make myself my first marriage, and my purpose was my first marriage. And then anybody that start courting me, they got to make that
around that. Like,
yeah, they got to make the ring mean something to them. And they'll become my second marriage, but me had to marry myself and be valued to myself, because I was more 100% with everybody else and 40% with myself. So I was giving everybody everything they wanted, but I wasn't holding myself to them same vows and values. So I had to do that.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that.
And then, you know, it went down to the last E, yo. After I made that commitment, after I educated, like, yo, I had to give maximum effort, because I'm gonna keep saying it all the time, bro. If you wanna be great, you gotta give phenomenal effort. If you wanna be good, you just give excellent effort. When you're average, and you average in your behavior, and you average in your accountability, when you average in your deposit, that means you're just doing good.
Right.
So I would want you to just, you have to identify, like, when you look at the mass, yo, you are everything. If you want to know who you are,
yeah, everything that you're not.
Yeah, just write down everything that you're not, and then you'll find out who you are. So, what is it?
I mean, honestly, I'm sorry about the phone call. I mean, honestly, like every time like I do this, that I just do life with people, like it's obviously like I'm always gonna be a student of life. I'm always gonna want to learn. But like maybe this conversation, somebody else can take it and just be like, man, like Eugene was talking about like the 3 maths. Like I need to make a list for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems so simple, like the way I be like the worksheets and stuff like that. It seemed elementary, but it's actually like
everything is simple. We make the simple things complicated because we want it to be complex, but everything is really comprehensive, bro. Everything is really 1, 2, 3. Life is comprehensive, man. Everything is compound.
Right.
All your behaviors and everything is compound. Life is comprehensive, man. And like for me, man, I want people to see the ambition. I want people to see Ace Academy as a great thing. I want people to see all these things. But at the end of the day, it was a time where I was scared of being homeless again. It was a time where I was scared to go back to Baltimore the way that I left. So I had to become the person that I need to become to put myself in position and represent myself. Right. So you have to be, when you're digging in the inner person, in order for you to get the things you want, you have to be honest with what you're not.
Right.
So you can start doing the work.
Agreed.
And that's the part of the soft skills, because everything that you're hiding, right, it goes back to the other part of in the person. It interferes with the way you communicate.
Okay. Because you're like, damn, I can't.
Because now you overcompensating in the areas that you're not comfortable with.
Okay.
So you're making commitments and breaking promises based on your insecurities, based on your inner secrets, based on your fears, based on the things that you're trying to think that people gonna hurt, judge you on, or
mostly being judged is like.
But can't no one judge you, because you can tell them everything, and what can they do with it? Nothing. Like if I tell you all my secrets right now, what can y'all do with it? Nothing. You can't hurt me. So we gotta get in that so we can move forward, right, and so you can really live in your truth. Right. So you can really live with who you really are. Can you live with your secrets and scars on top of the mask? And sometimes that requires you to be vulnerable. So, at the end of the day, man, we gonna keep building. At the end of the day, a lot of times, I'm gonna give you the tools so you can build your foundation, man. That's why I say, with this thing and you looking at the mass, it's like, and I keep saying the foundation and infrastructure, because when you see major development anywhere, they fix the infrastructure first. So before you can obtain your vision, before you can obtain your dream, before you can make something reality, you have to make sure your infrastructure is right. You have to make sure your foundation is right.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. That's like if you building a house.
Yeah, if you're building a house. Again, when you're going in to look at a house or remodel a house, you got to make sure the bones is right. You got to make sure the infrastructure is right.
Right.
If you look at outside on the neighborhood, man, they're going to fix the sidewalks in the street. That's the infrastructure. That's the foundation.
Right.
So that's what this is about. We build our foundation straight, and we dig deep and we get our foundation under control so we can know how to build a team, so we can know how to handle crisis, so we can know how to go in the next phases of our development of the program.
Right.
Because this is a program, man. This ain't no thing. It's Ace Academy, man. It's a program. It's a lifestyle. And because the same amount of time it took you to mess up or to hurt yourself, man, it takes that just amount of time to get out of it, man. There's no quick fixes, man. One thing I want y'all to understand in this thing today, I'm gonna leave you with, man. It ain't no timetable on execution, man. Just execute, but there's no timetable on it. You don't have to rush your execution.
That's a hard lesson that I'm keep having to learn. Like, yeah, there's no rush on it. But it's like I'm almost 30, bro. Like, and I could be wrong. Like, I could be wrong. I'm like, man, like, I feel like had I known the stuff that I know now when I was 18, like, but then also, we probably wouldn't be here. So, like, certain stuff, I'm like, all right. Certain stuff, I'm like, all right. I had to go through that. I had to make that mistake then.
Understand, man, it's all a process. You have different phases of life. And you're just coming out of phase 2 of your life, going into phase 3.
Right.
And a lot of times that's your identity versus your role confusion, man. You're really finding out who you are and what you really want to be. Because the other stuff was expectations and exposure of your environment. And that was a life that you were born into. You really couldn't control it, but at late 20s, you start to be able to control your own life and dictate it. Right. And for everybody out there, man, everybody go through changes, ups and downs, early marriage, different things based on religion, based on parent values. But as you come into your own and create your own values, man, right. Things change and things alter. So the hardest thing you gotta understand is the more you know is the more you don't know. So you just keep evolving, man. You're like a snake, bro. And the snake shed multiple skins to become who he's gonna become. Like, even though you may like that one that you were in, you have to shed it to grow.
That's true.
So
I think that's good, yeah. I think that's good.
So, man, we're gonna, that's pretty much it, man. We're gonna bring Jordan Tolbert back and we're gonna follow this up, man, and we're gonna keep building on this thing. But that's Jordan Tolbert to catch you on the rebound. And I'm Eugene Graham of the Ace Academy, man.
You ain't even got the Ace on today, man. What you got on?
Oh, man, I got it on under here, but it was cold outside, so I had on another one. But, man, right. We're going to get back at y'all, man. And stay tuned, man. We're going to do some weekly things, man. And I'll be partnering with Catch Me on the Rebound. So you'll see us together all the time. Tag team, man. Group economics, collective economics, man. You can do everything for yourself, but not by yourself. We out. That was crazy, yo. Oh, that's crazy, man.